he has been playing lately. I'd like to see him moving forward. With the Olympics as well. I think he's one of the best shooting guards in the game, and that's not just me being a hometown guy. I mean, I named the stats. I named the guys that he's being tied in with in the month of February and what he's done. So he's clearly put everything on the line and showed everybody what he can do. But I don't know. I think that it's just youth. I think right now it's just youth. Seeing what we got, seeing who's going to step up to the plate, who's going to hit the big shots. So I like what Brown's been doing. Bryant's been my guy all year long.
Yeah, he's inconsistent up and down, but I mean, there's a bright future with that kid.
Oh yeah, he's been knocking down 3-pointers. He's been doing everything for him, and that's what I like. I like to see a guy that can kind of do it all. Because when I first saw him, I thought he was just like a pick and roll, slash to the basket type player, and he's really shown me a lot since then. And Trevor Ariza, that veteran presence that he brought to the locker room is big. I mean, he's coming up with big steals in games, knocking down big shots in games. So, I mean, I don't know where they're going to go after this year. Obviously, Wall probably being back next year is going to be a big difference for this team.
You're talking about late next year too.
He's
not going to be the beginning of the season,
right? So, I mean, Satoransky's our guy, which I'm happy with. I like Satoransky. I like his all-around game. I like how he's improved game after game after game after game. It's not like you're getting this, and then the next thing you know, the next game he's got a little sky hook. The next thing you know, he's knocking down 3-pointers. So it's like every week he kind of shows you, or every game he shows you a little bit more of what his game really has and how he's developed.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with the Wizards is, like we said at the beginning of the year, such high expectations, and then they didn't live to expectations, and then the injury started, and you can't help as a hometown fan but think, oh man, we're on a 3-game winning streak. This is going to be the one. We're going to turn it around, and it just hasn't happened. And we both know they're not going to make the playoffs, but still,
small
part of you thinks like, man, if they could just get on the run, but it's not. That's not going to happen. Like we said on the last show, we buried them, but we're going to keep on talking about them because that's our team. Before we get out of here, Pat, any tidbits, news and notes?
You just mentioned it, and I had it, and I totally forgot about it, and I put it aside. Man, you were talking about the NBA 2K draft. Remember that?
Oh yeah, last Tuesday.
What we were talking about, everybody was in it and everything. Yep. Well, Chiquita Evans becomes the first woman drafted in the NBA 2K League, drafted number 56 by the Warriors Gaming. So that's cool. That's cool because when you're playing video games, I know plenty of females that play video games too. But when you're playing like video games and you're playing like Madden or you're playing 2K in this case, you don't know what the person looks like, on the other side of that
true
screen.
Story. All you know is the avatar.
Right. Or you know the avatar, or you might know their voice.
Yeah,
but that's pretty much all you know. So, it doesn't matter. Man, video games, that's the one cool thing about video games is you could be 15 years old or you could be 55 years old and you could be good.
If you got the skills and the sticks, you got the skills and the sticks. I agree.
Exactly. So it's really cool that they did that. You mentioned it a while back, and ever since you mentioned it, I've been keeping my eye on it, and I definitely did want to, of course, throw that out there because we did just have the draft last Tuesday. Yep. So it's pretty cool.
We'll be getting in contact with DC Gaming here real soon, and we'll get a chance to meet the team, introduce ourselves to them as well. As we talked about a couple of shows ago, Nuts and Bolts Sports will be heavily involved in the 2K League this season. We'll be covering District Gaming this season, so we'll get a chance to meet those players, introduce ourselves, and kind of tell them who we are, what we're all about. We got a lot of great ideas as far as content coming down the pipe. You have to stick with us when it comes to that. This is an NBA podcast, but we are basketball fans, so the Nuts and Bolts Sports March Madness contest will be starting very soon. Of course, we know that they're going to have next Sunday. They'll reveal the 64 teams to the tournament. If you're interested in playing in the tournament, shoot us a DM, shoot us an email, shoot me a text message. We'll kind of give you the information you need to sign up for the tournament this year. Looking for a really big turnout. Should be a good time. I love March Madness. Best time of the year as far as college basketball, upsets and things like that. The return of Zion Williamson. I'm looking forward to that. He will play this week, they said. And I think that kid's going to come back with a vengeance. He looked very angry yesterday after they lost to the UNC Tar Heels. But, man, great show. A lot of good conversation, talking about the Nets, talking about social media and the NBA, talking about the GOAT conversation, our top 10. As always, I am Joe Cardoza. He's Patrick Hilwig. Talk to you guys next week.
Peace.